Hello everybody and welcome back to IHT, the brand new channel dedicated to everything that's annoying about trading. And in this series we're going to look at some trade education providers. We'll look at what their offerings are. I speak from experience because I've done all of them and I've wasted a huge amount of money, spoiler alert, but we'll look at diving into the reviews of various ones that I've tried. And one of them, the big one, which is why it's the first one, is Learn to Trade, Greg Secker. This is by far one of the biggest earning companies in learning to trade. And actually, you cannot separate Learn to Trade from Greg Secker. Learn to Trade is Greg Secker. Very successful guy, really smashed it in his early years on the trading floor, made millions and millions and millions trading, an absolute fantastic trader. You know, I would love to be in his position, absolutely, but he owns the company Learn to Trade. And we're going to really jump into this. Now, I don't know how long this video is going to last online around Learn to Trade, and I'll talk about that in a little bit when I give some examples of feedbacks. When you start to give this guy and this company negative feedback, you'll get burnt, right? So this video will not be on for long. I promise you that, because it will be taken down without a doubt, or they will try. And I will disclose all of this on IHT, by the way, so stay tuned. So in this video, let's really have a look at the areas of Learn to Trade, how they get you on board, how they snipe you and take you for all you got. And we're going to look at the website, we'll look at the Trustpilot reviews, and we'll look at what Trustpilot is saying. We'll also look at my experience of putting reviews around Learn to Trade. We'll have a look at SmartCharts, which is their application they use, and their brokers, and then we'll give it the old summary to really look at my opinion after we've discussed everything in this episode. So let's jump in and look at the websites. Okay, so we have a number of websites that we're actually going to look, and like I said, look who's in the background on the video. It's our great mate, Greg Secker, and he's smashing it in his trading den. Now, we've all seen these videos on YouTube where he'll just jump in suddenly in an ad, and he'll be like on a tennis court at badminton or something with his papa, and he's rocking it, making trades worth 100,000 trade, £100,000 profit, fucking whatever, right? Brilliant, well done, Greg. But he's now playing in the world of learning to trade. There is so few of us that actually stick to learning to trade, and not just this company, by the way, but learning to get into the market to trade. There is so few of us that actually stick to it. 99.999% of all people trying to get on the ladder of trading and changing their life will fail. The majority will fail. And that's not me being negative to anybody who's listening, but you are in such a minority that you have to really be prepared that learning to trade is fucking hard. And I fucking hate that about trading, right? Trading is not easy. I'm a successful guy myself. I came into it. I've never failed at anything in my life. Trading has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. So let's look at Learn to Trade. And I'm on a trading website. I'm on a URL here, learntotradegroup.com. Now, yes, Greg Secker has a huge amount of investment into his company of Learn to Trade. You will be encapsulated and engulfed in everything that is him. SmartCharts, the broker, everything behind the scenes is Greg Secker owned. He owns everything you're now going to get involved in and invest in. So here's the main page, right? And I would say register for these free sort of things. I registered for the free webcast, and actually it's not a live webcast. It's pre-recorded. They have a few people in the background taking your details, scraping your information, and then calling you after to try and peddle their wares and get you on the courses. And the courses are not cheap, right? They are not cheap. So if we have a look at courses here and join the waiting list, there is no waiting list. I can tell you that right now. There is no waiting list, right? They're just, you know, you've seen Greg's videos. He's fully loaded guy. He's got a lot of money to burn. His marketing budget is astronomical compared to all the other learning to trade sites, which is why he's able to do all of this funding and generate so many takers for his website, right? So don't get hooked into that. And by the way, look, I'm not going to see any pricing. Why? Because the pricing is hidden in what they do on that day to get you on this this free webinar, right? This free webinar. You will, however, then get taken to, once you get into that, you'll be here in the learntotrade.co.uk website. And this is where you have your courses. Again, book a free Forex training workshop. No, do you know what? For the first half an hour to 45 minutes of this free webinar, Greg Secker will talk about himself, period, right? He talks about himself. And he talks about himself in all his charity work. And he's a good guy, right? He's got a lot of money. He's helping people out, but he's a businessman at the end of the day. And every one of us that is hooked into this system, he is there to make money. The coaches at Learn to Trade, they make more money from Learn to Trade than they do trading themselves, period. And I've had comments from one of the coaches directly that's told me that. Because the big truth is that we all learn to trade to not trade. And I'll do a video on that and explain that later on. But anyway, these 2 hours, most of it is Greg talking about himself to try and get you to trust him and all the rest of it. But the buy-in is there. Also, what's not talked about is that they have another area of the business called Lifestyle Trader. And Lifestyle Trader is where he's invested a lot of his money to create this group of people, this institution, where you can actually buy a position, and again, buy a position on Lifestyle Trader. Yeah, you don't just become a Lifestyle Trader member because, oh, and there's Greg Secker again. Hey man, how you fucking doing? You don't just get invited here, you have to pay. I actually was offered a position, a place at Lifestyle Trader, but I had to pay them £36,000 for the privilege. £36,000, right? It is not cheap. This course, this the starting courses on these sites, the starting course at the end of the webinar, etc., the pre-recorded webinar, it is very expensive. You're talking anywhere from £3,000 to £6,000, and then you don't actually get access to everything. You do not get access to everything in their systems, right? You get access to a couple of things. So they have a number of strategies where you can go and have a look. So let's jump over and have a look at his YouTube channel. So here we are on his YouTube channel. He's got the name Greg Secker Learn to Trade. And as you can see, this is actually his URL for the YouTube channel. This is the official YouTube channel for Learn to Trade. I need to make that very clear because we'll look at a couple of problems I had with that in a bit. And a lot of his videos focus on looking at the technology, looking at his trades. And obviously this is easy, right? I can show you the best trades I've ever done and make videos out of it. And there are going to be people that are going to go, wow, I just want to be like him. And you're going to get roped into paying lots of money, as you do with Learn to Trade, in actually not really getting anything out of it, right? So let's have a look at a couple of things within his videos that really look at the software that he's talking about.
Of course, Royal Ascot, something I go to every year, and of course Royal Ascot's a real gamble because anything.
Yeah, Greg. Yeah, fuck off.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Trading Den. I
So,
had a good week last
if
week,
we
but
look
today
here,
I am giving
and I'm just going
you-
to mute the fucker. If we look here, he's going to look at a trading strategy here called the breakfast breakout. When you buy the course from Greg Secker from Learn to Trade, you do not have access to this. Even when you spend £3,000 to £6,000 and £69 a month for SmartCharts, you will not get access to breakfast breakout, period. Okay, that is the big rub of the green. You do not get access to everything that Greg Secker promises you when you're talking, when you're buying into Learn to Trade. So let's have a look at what he talks about around the strategy, and this is the rub of the green, right? Okay, let's go here. So here you see the system, and this is SmartCharts, and you have a button here on the right hand side that says no strategy. If you tap that, this window appears, and here's all the strategies, and all the highlight flashy ones are where volatility reversal is working. There's an entry opportunity right here, right now, and you go and have a look at it. However, it's not a signal you're going to take. I can tell you that. 95% of all of these flashy lights you will never ever take. You will never ever take, because they're not really the point of the whole strategy. You need to learn a lot more about price action, price movement before you will even be able to do this. They try and teach you it, but they teach you it in a really restrictive way. Because when you go into some of these strategies, T-wave being one of them, and you tap on AUDCHF, so AC, if you go to that pair and you see the entry model, you are restricted. You can't go anywhere else. You have to do what it tells you to do. You can buy it or you sell it. If you disagree, you can't even sell it. You are locked in. It's like stabilizers, right? Might be good for some people. However, you will fail. Right? These do not work. I'm telling you right now, okay? So if we have a look, let's wait for him to pick his breakfast breakout trade. Breakfast breakout, this is the opening sessions, right? So this strategy is focused on the opening sessions. You can see Greg then getting a little bit sweaty under the collar. He was moving his collar around where he's a bit nervous about what he's talking about. Of course he should be, because it's bullshit, right? Anyway, let's go into it. You see these lines, this blue-gray box here. The software is shit, by the way. It's just absolute sick to watch. Anyway, this basically talks about, right? So you have time slots when you come here. So from this time to this time, we look at the way it's run, and you basically put a buy on this line just above, or a sell on this line. When it breaks out, you're expecting it to just break out. Simple. Now you can do this at any time frame on any software. You can do this yourself. This is like, and you don't even get this this strategy when you've paid all that money for the course. You have to buy into the next level up, which is putting thousands, tens of thousands of pounds in his pocket before you even get this strategy, and it is not good. By the way, I've been here, done it. It doesn't work. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. Anyway, you can go off and do this on Greg's channel. You can have a look at it. You can see what the videos are saying about it. That's fine. That's where it is. But that's the websites in a nutshell. Are they helpful? No, they're not. It's Greg trying to be famous, which he is doing a very good job at. I started viewing him when he had 10,000 subscribers. He's now got over 200,000 subscribers. His marketing budget is endless. He will win. He will take money from everyone that he can. And hopefully, if all I can do is save people the embarrassment, the pain, the heartache that I endured, then this video is serving a purpose. So let's jump over to our next point, Trustpilot or non-Trustpilot. Okay, so we're here on Trustpilot and the Learn to Trade reviews, 4.4. Wow, what a score. It must be legit, yo. It must be brilliant. Greg must be the best guy ever. Well, let's have a look. And like everybody, let's go to the 9% of 1 stars and let's see what they got to say, right? So let's go to the 1 stars. Attended the 2-hour free webinar. Well, it's a 2-hour fucking free webinar, right? And by the way, what I will say for Greg and the team and Learn to Trade, it is not a scam. It is a legitimate, right? Fucking like IHT rated, legit, right? If you believe, if you trust what I'm saying, the Learn to Trade limited company is a real company. It's not a scam. The only scam part of it is that actually you don't need to give them your money to learn what they're offering to teach you, right? You just need to know where to look, right? You don't need to pay them all the money for them to tell you you need to go here or there to get more information, right? Because that is what they're going to do. And here, like I said, this is what they'll tell you. It's $3,000 for the course. There's a 5K course and a 20K course. I had a £36,000 course tried to be pushed down my throat. Really heavy pressure from their what they call coaches, but they're actually salespeople, right? But anyway, here did the course 6 years ago. Total waste of time. Trainer was crap. Yeah, there's some trainers that aren't very good. There's a couple that are brilliant. However, they make more money at Learn to Trade than they do trading themselves, right? Truth of it. This company is fraudulent. Again, it's not fraudulent. It's a real company, right? But they will do anything to not give you any money back, right? Anything. And by the way, just have a look at this, because I'm going to show you my reviews, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to fucking show you my reviews, right? Okay, so let's have a look at my reviews for Learn to Trade, which you will not be able to see, by the way. You will not be able to view because they have been took down, have been, targeted by Learn to Trade, because I tried to tell the truth, which is what I'm doing in this video and I've already been doing, right? 5 posts, and yes, my name is Stephen, by the way, so pleased to meet you. My name's Stephen, how are you doing? Anyway, Greg Secker I named, right? So this, I said, official YouTube channel of Learn to Trade. What did we see it was? Greg Secker Learn to Trade, the official name of their channel. This is why the only reason that they got it past Trustpilot to have my review cancelled. Even when I took this name out, they still would not post my review. They would not post my review. I'm going to scroll down all 5 of my reviews. You can slow the video down, pause it, read it as you want, but none of these are online because they will not let me post a review of Learn to Trade. By the way, Learn to Trade and Trustpilot, you can buy a license from Trustpilot as a company. What does that tell you? It tells you that you will be able to influence what Trustpilot will allow and not allow, right? So, as I talk about in this review, which is very in detailed, it just does not, it's not worth the money you will spend on this technology, as in SmartCharts, and the training you will get from Learn to Trade. I've had, again, all of these. You can see it wasn't that long ago, 1.5 years ago, and I've dipped into it again just to sort of see if it's changed. It has, because obviously I can still use my subscription to SmartCharts if I renew it, but it just doesn't work. Yeah, it's just not great. There's a lot of videos that Greg's posting at the moment around his AI platform, artificial intelligence, learning to trade, free signal alerts. It's not AI. They subscribe actually to a signal service that quite frankly doesn't work, right? Because there's too many people in it, there's no consistency, and you are pissing in the wind if you take any of the trades. Quite frankly, it's not, that is not great way of trading. So as you can see, dating back from the beginning of January, I've said money grabbers. You pay $3,000, then they want more. You can't do anything. The solution's locked, which we'll have a look at Smart Charts in a second. But the solution is locked, so you can't get access to things. But they would not allow me to post these Trustpilot reviews. Right, so there's a lot there in Trustpilot. Pause the video, read the reviews that were not posted, that I couldn't post, and like I said, I gave up in the end. They won. Basically, they bullied me out of it, and I just thought, you know what, I don't need this stress. I need to concentrate on my trading, and I didn't move ahead with it to continue to try and post, because it was just annoying. Anyway, so let's move on to Smart Charts and the SmartCharts Broker. So everyone, here we are on SmartCharts webpage. Again, smartcharts.net. Guess who owns it? I'll give you a clue. Greg Secker. Greg Secker. Greg, that's the one. So Greg owns it, right? So not only when you're learning to trade, you will see the terms and conditions of your contract with them, an agreement. You will only be supported if you use an active license for Smart Charts, which is £69 a month minimum. And if you want the uplift, then you're talking nearly £90 a month minimum. And again, even then, you still don't get all the extra scenarios, strategies, features of the product. Not that they're good, by the way, right? So as we look into the Smart Charts software, you have a number of buttons at the top. Learn, which is your training, which is basically snippets. It's like 5-minute videos. 5-minute videos about the strategies. And by the way, these are the only strategies you get when you pay £3,500 or £6,000, whatever they're selling it for at the moment. These are the only strategies you will get. These 4 here: Pip Runner, 180 phase changer, T wave, and volatility reversal. They all work on bar patterns. And they don't use candlestick bars, they use these, which are really difficult to get your head around, but it's okay once you do. But it uses the bar charts to be able to plan these trades. So you need to know price action, you need to know the way that price action works in order for these trades to even make sense. And even then, as I said before, 90% of these signals will not be valid. Period. Will not be valid. Yeah? So I did T-Wave and 180 phase changer for 7 months. I probably had about 2 valid trades. It is ridiculous. And they're all 4 hours and 1 hour, right? And dailies. So you're not getting a lot of opportunities at all with doing this after paying all that money, right? I'm not saying we all want to trade every single minute of the day, but you need to see progress. I saw no progress at all with this, right? T-Force, T-Wave, great in principle. It just does not work for people coming into trading. Does not work. Trades gives you a history. Journal is a really good piece of this software. I always believe in journaling and keeping track of all the trades you're doing. However, guess what? You cannot access journaling unless you have an active broker account, not a demo account, a broker account using the Smart Charts affiliate partner, okay? And that is Capital Index, right? Capital Index is the broker. Now, let's go back to Smart Charts. I'll talk about Capital in a minute. Once you have an active real money account with Capital, then the journal is really, really good. It keeps a history of everything without you doing anything, right? For me, I keep my history in my spreadsheets, and I do it that way, right? So here, all of these things are whizzy, fizzy pop, and they're all meant to make it look great. However, this is not one strategy using all of these things. This is just marketing shit, right? This is all marketing shit. What the strategies do look like is this. So we have 180 phase changer. So what it's doing, and here we can see this in the example, is looking for a high, and then a low test bar. So as the low test bar comes in and tests the 20 EMA, or the 8 EMA, as this may well be, then we want to see that close above. And if we can see it reject off of that close above, then it will give you a signal to enter. And then you enter. And oh, look at this. This is a bad marketing mistake, you fucking idiot, because this is a losing trade, right? So if they want to do marketing, this is a bad example to use. Anyway, the view of the software is at face value. It's like, oh, okay, this is new, this is cool, it's a good concept, everything's there, everything's easy. Using the software is an absolute ball ache. With TradingView, which is a software I use, you can move the screen around, you get your crosshairs within the screen, all great. With this, everything is one separate key. You can't move the screen unless you have the finger grabber, wisdom and banger highlighted. You can't have a crosshairs if you've got the finger grabber, whiz banger. It is a bullshit. It's such a horrible software to use. It's very clunky, very old-fashioned, but it's basically like lipstick on a pig, right? That's what it is. Greg, I'm sorry, it's lipstick on a pig. Doesn't fucking work, mate. Doesn't fucking work, right? Anyway, let's go to the broker. So the capital index broker, this is the partner that SmartCharts use, right? That Learn to Trade use, and they talk to you about creating this account using capital. You cannot use any other broker with SmartCharts or Learn to Trade. You have to have a SmartCharts subscription, a capital index broker account in order to get through learning to trade with Learn to Trade. Why? Because Greg Secker owns the fucking thing. Capital Index is owned by Greg Secker, right? Greg Secker owns this. He owns the Learn to Trade. He owns SmartCharts. He's treating you like a cash cow, bitch. You are his bitch. You are getting fleeced. This is what I don't like. You cannot do one thing without subscribing to the next, and that's how they lock you in, and they bleed money out of you. There was one saying that I heard around the floor on trading, and a couple of people said that their primary, as an agent, as a broker, their primary task was to actually bleed a new account dry. The lifespan of a new account from start to finish, and this is not individual accounts that you fund, this is the lifetime of you as a trader, is around 7 months. By then, your value is in the thousands. That's what they rely on. They don't want you to, they don't care if you stick there and make your millions in trading. They don't care, right? That's not what these companies do. That's not what Learn to Trade does. That's not what Greg Secker does. They are there to take your money. There is thousands, tens of thousands of people wanting to trade at the moment, and this is big business. Learning to trade, these courses, big business, and I'll talk about others at another time. Let's jump into the summary. So, in summary, with Learn to Trade, pros, you will learn a lesson, that's for sure. You will definitely learn that you cannot keep spending money on these companies and expecting to be a trader. It's not going to work. If you need a handheld, if you need support, if you need to be able to, someone to guide you within trading, find somewhere like on Discord, or find a group online, find a YouTube channel, someone that you can relate to and learn from them. Do not expect to spend money on a company like this and be a trader. You will not accomplish that. You will not accomplish that. I promise you, and I've got my hand on my heart, on my chest, I promise you, it will not happen. You will get no value here apart from getting burnt with investing so much money and thinking that that's the route to being a successful trader. It's not. And the cons for Learn to Trade, massively overpriced, right? You will continue to get fleeced throughout it. You cannot move to the next level unless you give them more money. The coaches will bleed you dry. I've even had to send coaches money directly via my bank transfer, not through Learn to Trade, in order to get access to various things. But that's another conversation, and probably a very stickler point for this video getting banned. You do not get what is promised. You will not get what Greg Secker's telling you. I promise you that. I promise you. You will go in, you will get very frustrated. The coaching sessions, the group sessions are really good. You can see everybody else's frustrations. Oh, it's great in principle. Like everyone's saying how easy it is. All the coaches saying, oh, you just do this. You just follow this strategy and you're fine. But you're not. It doesn't work like that. The software is very, very limited. And a lot of the coaches actually show you trading in other softwares and services that you can access online for free. So again, you will not get it. I promise you that. So my IHT rating for Learn to Trade, unfortunately, I can't give a 0 because it starts at 1 on my hierarchy of trading, learning providers. 1 out of 10, I'm sorry. And what I would say is these companies have big, big budgets for marketing, right? They really, really do. More money than you and I will ever earn in our lifetimes. They spend on marketing because the market for getting gullible people in is huge. And again, as I've said before, and is online, it's statistics, this is science, baby. 99.9% of people wanting to become traders will fail, period. It is very, very, very difficult. I am a successful trader now, right? Which is why I've got time on my hands and I've decided to do IHT YouTube channel. But because I want people to know that you don't have to do it. I didn't have to do this. I would have saved myself thousands of pounds and a lot of stress and a lot of sleepless nights because I was worried because I'd spent this money and I wasn't getting what I thought I was going to get. So you have to lower your expectations. If you want to spend your money, spend it on me. I'll tell you how to trade. I'll give you a couple of strategies. Fill your boots. I'll do it for half price that Learn to Trade do. Easy, fact. There you go. No lipstick on pigs. Tell you how it is. Fucking easy, right? And it's shit like that that really makes me say, I fucking hate trading.